Hey you guys, ASD Classified here. So Super Samurai premiered today. Great. Don't even get me started on this splitting up the seasons crap. Super Samurai. Whatever. Let's just get into the review. So the episode opens up with Kevin and Mia training Unmorph with the Sky Fan and the Hydro Bow, and it looked pretty cool. You know, we need more scenes like that. Just training Unmorph with the weapons. It looks cool. And then we also switched to another scene with Emily and Mike skating in the streets and stuff because apparently they're too good for training. Whatever. But it was still fun to see. Seeing the Rangers like have fun and training Unmorph, you know, it's cool. Skip to Jaden training alone because, you know, he's emo and stuff. When like the other Rangers called him on the phone, and then he shows up to, I guess they were in a park or something, I don't remember. He shows up there where the other four are, and then they discover that Sansu water is like leaking into our world. It's like big old Sansu puddles and crap. Yeah, and apparently this is a sign that the Nalox are getting stronger and they won't really have to go back to the netherworld to rehydrate. They can just go to these puddles and do it. That's not good. Skip to Antonio, yeah, that's his name. Well, it's been a while. Antonio was over here fishing because, you know, the other Rangers didn't think it was important to call their 6th team member and tell him what's going on. So he's over here fishing, but Mentor walks up to him and tells him, hey, crap is going down. We need you to finally finish this black box. Let's get it. So Bulkmeyer and Spike buy a camera in order to record the Rangers' moves so they can learn how to be better samurai. Yeah, I don't care. I'm not mentioning them any further than that. I don't really care what they do in Samurai. So the main 5 Rangers discover some Nalox footprints, and they follow the trail all the way to Arachnator. So they didn't forget about him after all. So yeah, they have a pretty decent original Morph fight. Yeah, it was pretty decent. But where they get their butts whipped and then Arachnator, you know, gets away. Now, admittedly, on this part, I wasn't paying that much attention because something else caught my attention at that point. But I think I got the gist of what they were doing. Okay, the Rangers, they were searching for other Sansu pools, like, with their water map thing, and they discovered one, and they decided, like, when Arachnator goes there to rehydrate, they would get the drop on them, you know. So they went there, but Octoroo had other plans, you know. So Octoroo put up, like, another one of those barriers that hinders the Rangers from morphing. So yeah, the Rangers show up and they confront Arachnator and a bunch of Moogers, and they try to morph, but, you know, they can't because of the barrier. You know, at this point, because it is Samurai, I was expecting Octoroo to show up and be like, yeah, you see those seals over there? That's creating the evil barrier. If you destroy them, then you can morph again. But you'll never do it. Yeah, I was actually expecting him to do that. Thank goodness he didn't. Okay, but yeah. So the Rangers have a pretty good on-morph fight. Yay for originality. Okay, and one of the Moogers almost pushed Mia into, like, the Sansu water. So yeah, apparently anything that's not a Nalox that touches this water just catches on fire, because Mia's hair was getting a little bit crispy there, you know. Yeah. So JJ and Kevin managed to destroy the seals that were causing the evil barriers, you know, and the Rangers instant-morph, you know, instantly morph. Yeah. Okay. Mia was like, yeah, bitch, I got my powers back. Step off, ho. Antonio finally finishes the black box, you know, about freaking time, you know. Meanwhile, the Rangers are fighting Spider Dude and they're getting their butts whipped. And did they reuse some of that Sentai footage? It kind of looked like they did. You're not fooling me, Samurai. You're not fooling me. So Antonio shows up and he gives the black box to JJ, and then JJ goes, super. Okay. Super Samurai Jaden just, you know, slices through everybody and he ends up destroying Spider Dude. But then Spider Dude goes into his mega monster form or whatever the hell it's called. And then the Rangers, you know, bust out their swords. So Octoroo sends giant Moogers and Spitfangs to help, you know, Spider Dude fight the Rangers. And this is the first time I've heard a name for those, you know, big mouth Nalox. You know, Spitfangs is not bad. I mean, if I missed it, the black box allowed them to form the claw-armored megazord, you know, that was armed for battle. And yeah, the megazord fight, you know, it was it was awesome. It was pretty good. This comes from somebody who doesn't, really care about megazord fights that much. But it was awesome, as Shinkanger fights were. And when they called on the Octozord and Tigerzord and the Swordfish and the Beetle, and when they formed the cannon, that was freaking awesome. It was awesome. So yeah, they kill monsters. The Rangers win. Yay! All right. So in the last scene, we see Emily using her symbol power to cover up a puddle of sandy water with rocks, and it looked pretty cool. I mean, I'm pretty sure the villains could just knock those rocks out of the way, but it still looked pretty good. So. The Rangers discuss how evil is getting stronger and crap, but they also talk about how they're getting stronger too because of the black box and stuff. And Jaden's line at the end about them now being super samurai, something like that, no. Just no. So that was the episode, sorta, kinda. It was refreshingly good. The tone felt different. It felt fun. It was fun to watch the Rangers, training unmorph, and to watch them having fun skating, and to watch them have these unmorph fights and original morph fights. It was just fun, and also the plot was all original. It wasn't, Sentai, so maybe that had something to do with it too. It was just fun. Samurai, keep it up. Keep it up. Try to get better. Oh, and the new opening, sick. I loved it. I will say that the scene where Jaden first used his super mode, it could have been done a little bit better. I mean, it was just go super and then wham bam, thank you ma'am, with a rocking soundtrack playing in the background. It's like, it was too rushed for me. It's like, slow it down a little bit, so we can look at the suit and like build it up like it's really a big thing, because it is. It's supposed to be. It's just don't transform and just start going through people. Like, show that it's really just this big deal. I don't know. It's a minor thing, but still, just relax, samurai. Still, the episode was enjoyable. If I was grading it on the samurai scale of lowered expectations, I would be giving it like a 4. But if I was comparing it to past Power Ranger seasons, then it gets a 3. And I'm giving it a 3. It's a 3 out of 5. It's a good, solid effort. The dialogue is still a little iffy though. Like, if they can get some good dialogue in there and some jokes that are actually funny, then it could be a pretty decent season, So yeah, that's my review. Like, what did you guys think about it? Like, leave me a comment and stuff. Thanks for watching though. Adios.